Needs to be on around 60% or less health, if I remember correctly.
You will not find the best.
Alright. About time, Vato. Yeah, thank you. So the first thing this does is it makes this track a bit quicker in terms of in-game time. And the second thing it does is it earns me a bit of money. Because right now, I bought the part in a damaged condition, but it will be repaired after this race, and then I can trade it in 1-for-1 in terms of value, which means I'm essentially earning truggets or money. And that means I can afford the best items quicker, which greatly speeds up the run. But it also adds more RNG, obviously. But it's just how it is. So usually I visit the junkyard around 3 times. Optimally, sometimes it has to be 4 times. Because it differs greatly between attempts. It always depends on which part you get, which condition you get the parts in, how much money do you earn from them, how much money will the next part cost, etc. Oh, you don't need to. We know how it works. The task guy figured it out. It depends on the frames you spend in the pod selection screen. There's no real patterns to it, but it's essentially the RNG gets determined by the amount of frames you spend in the vehicle selection screen. And it's impossible to manipulate. Even if you could manipulate it frame perfectly, you still couldn't know which amount of frames gives you which item on any given attempt. So I would say don't bother. You're better off looking at track maps in Blender and figuring out some lines or understanding some lines if you want to do some theory. But I can understand the day off. It's a good decision. I used to fuck up my finger in the 2019 tournament and had to forfeit because of it. So giving your hands some rest is a good idea. Anyway, after this race, I need a plug 5 or a plug 8. Plug 8 would be optimal, but it's a bit more rare because I need it in reverse condition. I have a higher chance to get a plug 5 because I can afford almost any plug 5 in any condition, but I can only afford the most damaged plug 8s. But if I were to get one of those, that would be very comfortable for the last junkyard visit, because it would earn me a shit ton of money, which means after the next race I could afford almost anything I want to. It's a good lap again. So sometimes you have to do a bit of math on the fly in this category. I mean, it's not necessary, but it's good to know what you can and what you cannot afford, depending on what item you got before. What you mean in terms of how much you have to scroll? Like in which position it appears? It seems pretty random too, but I mean, you can look at it. I just think it's wasted effort. And looking at Blender models could actually help you understand some optimal lines. Maybe you even figure out a new line, who knows. Whoa. Alright, let's hope for the plug 8. First try plug 8 would be amazing. First try plug 5 I'd take as well, but again, plug 8 is much better. Oh, I golded. Well, that's a plug 8, but that's too expensive. You can already tell by the amount of stats it gives. Rolled the wrong way again. Another plug 8, way too expensive. And the plug 3, that's useless.
What do you want?
Not looking good. Is this gonna work? It is. Oh my god. Okay, this is fine. I'm gonna be behind by like 15 seconds. But I have a plug 8. I have a plug 8, guys. This run has potential. Basically, I'm rich now. I can buy almost anything. So after this, I'm hoping for a block 6 that is in pretty good condition, plus a turbo coolant pump, and maybe even some turning. But let's not fuck up SL first. Pretty fast lap. Whoa, I'm glad I didn't crash there. Alright, this is totally fine. I just need the right part now. Wow, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. Please give me cooling. Please give me cooling. Oh my god, this... Fuck it. I'm gonna run with this. Can I afford this as well? No, I cannot. Okay, buy all pit droids. 1, 2, 3. Get this. Get this. And now we're set. I'm short on cooling, but I don't care. I will take this. The RNG is over, it's all on me now, so I will shut up. Can someone tell me if Elam Mac is to the left or to the right of EB? In the vehicle selection screen, I'm pretty sure he's to the right, but I just want to make sure. Thank you. Oh. Break earlier next time. I wonder how much the lacking cooling will cost me later on. But I think it's not worth to go to the junkyard again. Fuck! It's a weird death, but whatever. I don't think it's the most costly death. Since I made it into the swamp and I would have braked anyway. It's fine. Really weird death though. Much better. Okay, this is on pace. Because I don't have to go to the shop now. So I will save. I should save a bit on IMR if it goes clean. So I already got turning and traction before GVG. So I can gold this by a lot, I just need to focus. Can already feel the missing cooling though. But it's okay. Need to keep it together. The RNG is not even that good, so there's no real reason to be nervous. It's decent RNG. What the fuck was that? I think my keyboard just spammed out. I don't know what that was. Fucking sucks. The orange engine is really annoying. Playing it safe. Should really get a proper keyboard and not a cheap shit here. Sometimes it happens and it kinda eats my input. Like what just happened before the canyon. Luckily it was just before the canyon, so instead of 4 seconds it maybe cost me 2. I would guess. Braked a bit much here. Wasn't really necessary, but whatever. Much better. Okay. That's pretty slow though, in-game time wise. Still golded by 1/10. Okay. Sub 32 is gonna be hard. Possible, but it's gonna be hard. Gonna lose a bit more time here. But I can save some on Bunta Classic for sure. Not sure about Fire Mountain. Ah, I got scared there. Could have probably held that boost, but whatever. Not a big time loss. It's a small amount of underheat. Oh, I almost screwed it up. Alright, not a big deal. Kinda unfortunate the bonk, but not a big deal. Probably killed the gold though. Maybe not. Oh, it did, okay. Everything comes down to this. I can feel the missing cooling, I can really feel it. This will be so close. Wow. I thought I would die. Like, I knew I had too little height. I got so lucky that I didn't crash there. I only lost like 50 speed units. Which loses some time, but much less than a crash would have. Okay, one more clean skip, please. Please. Oh my god. Just need to keep it together now. Do the flame minute. This should be it. This should be it. Yes! Oh, we got it! And a sub 5. $31. Yeah. Thanks, man. I really had to keep it together in endgame because I knew I couldn't afford a single mistake. And all of that with cooling that's 2 tiers lower than the best one. That probably cost me around 15 seconds in total. But the 31 is here. Was my goal after all. But I know this can go lower. I know 31 3x is within the realms of possibility. And another any percent world record with 1 death. It's tradition at this point. You have to have a death on GVG, otherwise you cannot get a world record. I almost want to keep running this, but I think I switch to Hundo the next time I'll do RTA. It's a shame about the 1 death on GVG, but like I said, it's tradition. Finally beat my PB. That one was more than a year old now. Although I would really like my sum of best to go sub 31. I would need to gold FMR and AMR for that. I know I can, but not by much. So I think my sum of best is getting pretty optimized at this point. It's not gonna go much lower. And this might be the last minute barrier that's ever getting broken in this category. I am very doubtful that a 30 point X is ever gonna happen. I really don't think so. Because even though it might be theoretically possible if you get perfect RNG and incorporate AMR skip, I don't think anyone could pull off AMR skip after getting perfect RNG. It would be way too hard on the nerves. So I think 31 is the last minute barrier that will ever be broken in this category. Who knows though, maybe someday someone will prove me wrong. I don't think so though. Alright, enough credits.